Hi, everybody. It is moving day today. So we are going to take all of the materials that we created over the summer, and we're going to take them from the district resources here, and we are going to move them into our group resources so that our colleagues can access them and add them to their own courses. So I want to talk about your dashboard for a second, because for elementary, we could not, we tried really hard, but we could not get tech to just give you one course for your homeroom class. The way that pupil accounting works and the way that scores and grades need to be applied and tracked needed to have individual subjects. So you will see multiple courses for language arts. You'll have one for math, science, social studies. Everything that you teach is there. So it had to change our folder structure a little bit. We had to then create folders that lay out those different subjects and then even further break it down by weeks to apply to our courses. So when your students are accessing their work, you need to train them to click on language arts and do all their work in their language arts folder for that day. And then when they're done with language arts, they need to click on their math folder and do all their math work for that specific day. So it'll take a little bit of training for the student side and the parent side, but it'll be okay. They'll get used to it. You can make fun pictures. I just have books, but I teach older kids, and they can read the books in hours, or see the books and read the hours for language arts. But you might want something a little more specific to reading and writing. Label it reading and writing. Maybe a math picture, and then we'll label it math. So if you would like to know how to do that, shoot me a message through up here. Use the support email, and I can give you a little tutorial and a template for those images and how to get them the right size. So that's kind of another thing, a different lesson tutorial. But let's move our content today. I just needed you to understand what you're seeing on your dashboard. So today we are going to take our summer work and we're going to move it to group resources for our colleagues to access. So let's go look at the new folder structure that Sandy helped create, and I already banked it in your resources for you. So I'm in district resources. Now I click the resources tab on the left and the resource folder. Let's say I am a first grade teacher. So I'm going to go into first grade, and you'll see your quarter one folder. Nested inside there are all your different subjects. This is where we can start putting the material in by content. So ELA, math, social studies, and science. If you click on those, then you have your weeks banked in there as well. I'm going to take this one out actually because I was playing around. Don't worry, it didn't delete your work. It's still saved. Still, I was just playing around with adding things for the weeks. So we have our further weeks here, which when I pull it into my own course for my students, I'm not going to leave it week 1. I'm actually going to rename it the specific dates. So August 31st to September 4th, but I'm not doing that until I get it over into my own class. Or if you want to do that for your colleagues here, that might be really nice too. So let's go grab our work, and then we're even going to put it in Monday through Thursday folders. So here we go. This summer, we worked in the Schoology CAPS course. And again, I'm going to stick with, let's pretend I'm a first grade teacher. So I'm going to go to the first grade folder. And then I'm going to take a knowledge unit, and I'm going to put it in that folder. So I'm going to go to CKLA Knowledge, and I want to move Unit 1 because that covers the first 9 weeks. And if Unit 2 covers the first 9 weeks also, you're going to need to move whatever you need. So let's say Unit 1 gets me through the first 9 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that to my resources, actually save it to my resources. But I'm going to select the district one because I need my colleagues to see it. And I need to select what folder it's going in. So I'm going to scroll through, and you'll notice there's a long list, but here's kindergarten. Let's go through and find first grade. And here is my first grade and first grade quarter curriculum folder. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it there in that first quarter. And I'm going to save that copy. It did not take it out of our district summer work. We're still leaving that there, but we're not giving the entire staff access to that so that nobody makes anything go away or deletes it or changes it by accident. So that's why we're copying it to the groups. So now if I go to the district resources and groups, Unit 1 should be in the first grade folder. Okay, so here it is. But remember, we need to get it in the weekly folders for our students. So let's say I need to go into Unit 1. And this is where you're really going to help your colleagues out. You're going to bank these resources by the dates that they probably need them. So let's say I teach The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and I need to take all the discussion questions with it. Let's say I teach that on Monday or Tuesday, August 31st. So I'm going to take that whole lesson and all the questions that I need, and I'm going to copy it to my district resources, but I need to go back up to the top of that folder structure. That's science. Social studies, I see first grade math, we're getting closer. First grade ELA, let's say I teach that week 1 on Monday or Tuesday, whatever day we come to school. So week 1, Monday, I'm going to drop The Boy Who Cried Wolf and all the discussion questions here. Remember, this is a copy, so it's not going away. It's just copying it over. All right, now I'm going to go back into that folder, ELA, week 1, and that's what I'm teaching on Monday. So I'm going to change this from week 1 to the specific date, because when my colleagues pull this over into their language arts course, their students and their parents will know exactly what week we're working on. So August 31st to September 4th. Changing my mind on that. Let's not change that date until you pull it into your course individually as teachers, because I'm playing with things here in my mind, because then you wouldn't have to change it every year. Let's do that. Do what you think is best for your grade level. You can leave it as week 1, or you can leave it as the dates and just redate them next year. I would think if I'm a person in first grade, a teacher who's not very familiar with Schoology, I might want those dates. August 31st to September 4th. That way, there's no question. They are grabbing exactly what they need. Either way, it's going to be a little footwork at the front now, or a little work later when we are redoing dates for next year. So either way, we've got to put in a little time editing dates on one end or the other. So maybe we do it now. Help our colleagues out now by putting the dates on there so there's no question. So August 31st to September 4th in ELA, I now have one lesson in Monday. So you're going to continue that. You're going to bank all the lessons for that week for ELA, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then when they're all banked, that's when your colleagues can go to the resources, click the week they need, and they're going to add that to their course, but they're going to select ELA. So if this is my ELA section, I'm going to copy it to there, and it's going to throw it over there and show up for my students and parents. They're going to do the same thing with math and just math, because that's all we worked on this summer. So ELA and math for now. So then you would do the same thing. We would go into our summer course, and you would go back into your grade level folder. And then this time, if you're banking a week's worth of math lessons, let's pull that over. So You can pull the whole unit now, or you can pull the week. I think it's easier just to put the whole unit over there in the resources. So I'm going to copy and save that to my resources. We're going to put it in the district resources, but I need to make sure I'm working because I said I was first grade. So I need to find first grade math, first grade ELA, keep scrolling down. First grade math, we're going to put it here. Save that copy. Now I'm going to go into my groups. The copy of Unit 1 is there. First grade, quarter 1. Now I'm working in math. There's my Unit 1. Once I'm in Unit 1, I can select what needs to go in week 1 on Monday, and then week 1 on Tuesday, and you just copy it over. So hopefully that helps. Remember, we're only having a couple people that we're working on the summer. Get this ready week by week for your colleagues, and then you can teach them how to do this process later on when you get working in the school year through your ILTs. But for now, help your colleagues out by banking those weekly resources and then dating them and then teaching them how to copy that to their course. Again, shoot us a message if you have any questions. Just to keep organization easy for us, our email gets full with lots of other emails from our principals and different things. So Sandy and I are hoping that you could please send us emails here through Schoology, and that just helps us keep Schoology stuff a little separate than whatever else is getting thrown in our email inbox, and then we can, answer those accordingly. So use that messaging button if you have any questions for us. All right, good luck on moving day. See you guys later.